In this case, there is a series of injector well and there is series of producer wells, and like this the pattern is created. The distance between each of the well is equal. Let me check one thing. There is one variable a which is distance between two wells of same type. And d is the distance between the lines of producer well and injector well. So this is the line of injector well, this is the line of producer well. Distance between them is referred as a, but distance between these lines will be referred as d. So in this case, direct line drive, a is equal to d. Now there is another type of line drive. So these wells are placed alternatively. This will be your d, this will be your a. So a is twice of d, and this pattern is called as staggered line drive. Now the third type of pattern will be your four spot pattern. In this case, now whenever there is a number and spotted pattern, so reduce one number from this number and those will be the number of injector wells. So if they have given 4 spot pattern, then 3 will be your injector wells and there will be one producing well in one single unit. We'll talk about the unit. If there's a 5 spot pattern, then there will be 4 injector wells surrounding one producing well. So a unit will form a triangle like structure in this case. So between these triangular lines, there will exist one producing well. And the main thing where the question can be framed is whether they can directly ask you that which pattern is this, or either they can ask what is the ratio of injector wells to producer wells. So in this case, whenever you are given question like this, first of all, take one unit out. So we'll take this case in which there are 3 injector well with one producer well in between, and we'll take any of the injector well and you have to see that how many wells is this injector well is filling up. So it is connected to this well. It is connected to this well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one injector well is supplying energy or supplying the injection water to 6 producing wells, and the number of wells in one unit is 3. So 1 by 2 will be your answer. So for every 2 producing well, there is 1 injector well. Now this diagram is not sufficient to actually calculate injector to producer ratio, but there are large number of well, and this diagram is actually extended to a different length. And if we consider the whole overall field, then this will be your result. Now there is a slight variation in 4-spot pattern. And that pattern is specifically called skewed 4-spot pattern. This is the diagram which I have already drawn. So in this case, in the regular 4-spot pattern, you have seen that the triangles were forming a equilateral structure, but in this case the triangle is not uniform. The size of the sides are different, or maybe you can say scalene triangles. There are multiple triangles, but the distance between the spacing or the spacing of injector wells is not equal. So this is called a skewed 4-spot pattern.